Oscar Micheaux was the Tyler Perry of his day, ambitiously pursuing his movie-making dreams. He deserves to be ingrained in the history of time. Wait, you've never heard of Oscar Micheaux? Okay, well, let's start from the beginning. Oscar Devereaux Micheaux was born on January 2nd, 1884, near Metropolis, Illinois, which is known for the Man of Steel, Superman. Born to Calvin Swan and Belle Goth Micheaux as the fifth of 11 children, Oscar grew up around parents who, although illiterate and uneducated, strived to do the best for their children. Oscar and his siblings were brought up with Christian values and a drive to do as well as they could in school. Although Micheaux was doing very well in school, the restless teenager thought there was more out there than just books. He wanted more out of his whole life. So he dropped out of high school and went on his way toward Chicago. African American culture in Chicago during the 1900s was diversifying itself, creating ways for them to branch out. This is exactly where Micheaux wanted to be, free as the wind with a drive like no other. He was ready to set out for work. Finding a job was easy. Finding a good job was the hard part. He bounced between jobs, from working at a steel mill to shining shoes, but Micheaux just couldn't find what he was looking for. His big job before going into films was being a Pullman porter. He was to serve middle to upper class white passengers with a smile on his face. He had the perfect job, but not nearly enough to pursue his dreams. So after some sketchy business in the porter job known as knocking down, Micheaux made more than $2,300, which is about, let's see, in 2020 that's... After he made his money, he bought a homestead in South Dakota in 1906 and married a woman named Orlean McCracken. However, after several financial battles with his father-in-law, his farm failing, and being left by his wife, Micheaux's life was in shambles. Although down and out, Micheaux found the inspiration to write novels based on his family issues and started selling them from door to door, which really didn't go all that well since nobody would take him seriously, but that didn't stop him. Instead of trying to recruit the big names of Los Angeles, he hired actors and musicians looking for their big break, rushed out to a cornfield to start filming before even finishing the script, worked tirelessly until Christmas of 1918, and made a movie with $15,000, which in today's money is a very small budget. Then, on February 20th, 1919, a full-to-the-brim, 8,000-seated theater called the Vendome showed Oscar Micheaux's first silent film, The Homesteader, based on his own experiences and troubles with his farm. The movie was a complete success, but alas, there were still some kinks to work out. He had to deal with censors and bans of his movie, but with tactics like running into theaters and running the film himself, and renting out theaters to only show his films, he became more popular than ever. He attacked depictions of the Ku Klux Klan being heroes in movies like Birth of a Nation, with a film of his own called Within Our Gates. Although it was quickly banned in the South, Micheaux went on to make more movies like Lying Lips.
Oh, Auntie, wake up. Please wake up.
Swing.
So it's you. Well, what's the matter, honey? What's wrong? All night laying around with other women. No, you know that isn't so, baby. I was out trying to win a little money. You know how it is. Yes, and I got to go to work and take care of you. Get out of my way.
And 10 Minutes to Live.
Get out of here, please. Get no foot, that's all. I won't leave until I'm good and ready. You can't find work because you're not looking for it. You've done nothing to help me, but trying to hinder me since the baby comes.
wrote 7 more novels, and did over 40 films from 1919 to 1948. He basically laid the groundwork for today's great African American producers and directors like Tyler Perry and Jordan Peele. Dying in 1951, although broken alone, he must have been satisfied knowing that his influences not only changed the way people of his time saw African Americans, they changed the course of America and defied odds thought impossible. Tenacious, driven, fearless. That is Oscar Micheaux.